In this video, we will shed light on one situation: manipulation. What you call manipulation is not persuasion. It's quietly entering someone's thoughts and making their will work for you. And the most dangerous part is, most of the time, you don't shout, you don't threaten, you don't attack openly. It turns you into someone who isn't you, while still making you feel like you're free. It can happen while you're working, with your partner, with your family, even inside groups. But the logic is always the same. Control plus advantage plus distorting your truths. I want to emphasize everything in this video. This information is not for using. It's for noticing and protecting yourself. Because knowledge is like a knife. It can cut bread, or it can cut flesh. We're learning how to protect ourselves. If you're ready, let's begin. The dark sides are starting. Triangulation. Bringing a shadow between you. Triangulation is damaging a relationship by inserting a third person between two people. But not in a light way, like my friend also says so. This is the professional version of bringing evil into the middle. Why does the manipulator do this? To pull you away from the other person, to leave you needing them, so you won't see their own flawed behavior, to turn to people against each other and analyze and direct the situation from the outside. How can you recognize it? Everyone says you're like this. That person talks badly about you. I just wanted you to know. If it weren't for me, how would you ever keep things together? Look, don't you see? They already never listen to you. The effect of this tactic leads to really bad outcomes. After a while, you start doing this. Instead of caring about your own feelings, you listen to what others say, and then you start doubting. Then you lose your sense of trust. Then you become isolated. Then you become dependent. So how do we defend ourselves, or what do we respond? Not who said that, but why are you bringing this to me, is what we ask. We shouldn't talk about something we heard one-sidedly. We should speak after discussing it with the other person involved. When the manipulator tries to break two people apart, we don't pressure the third person by saying we'll talk about this between us. The most important thing is, no matter how close you are, act with this awareness. I don't listen to people through others. Double bind. A trap where you lose even if you win. A double bind offers you two choices, but both are wrong. So whatever you decide, you will be wrong. The most treacherous part is this. This tactic makes you lose confidence in yourself. Because after a while you start to feel like this. Every decision I make is wrong. I always do something wrong. For example, why are you quiet? You don't talk. You start talking. Shut up. You're too emotional. You're disrespectful. In fact, the first question is a complete trap. The manipulator turns you into someone who isn't trying to find a solution, but someone who is just trying to explain themselves. And while you keep trying to prove yourself, they steer your life however they want. Our way out of this is, first understand the problem. This is a trap. Both sides are wrong options. Break the question. Neither of these options is right. Choose the third path. If we talk like this, we won't get anywhere. So I'll talk later. External validation. Confirm the truth of what's being said with friends you trust. Projection. Throwing their own mistake onto you. Projection is when the manipulator throws their own mistake, bad intention, or guilt onto you. They use you so they don't have to see the filth inside themselves. The most classic example. A jealous and controlling person comes and accuses you. You're definitely hiding something. But in reality, the one hiding something is them, or they're the one thinking about it. This manipulation makes the victim feel like this. Did I really do something bad? And then you try to defend yourself. And the manipulator feels relieved, because now the eyes are no longer on what they will do, but on your effort to explain yourself. What we must do when there is an accusation without evidence, you should ask, do you have any proof, any real evidence? If there is no evidence, there is no argument. Take notes, conversations, events, dates. It becomes extremely important if you face possible gaslighting. Set the boundary. If you're accusing me of something, come with clear evidence. Otherwise, don't talk. Time pressure. The poison of making you act fast. The manipulator doesn't want you to think or measure things. Because if you think, you understand. If you see, you walk away and you win. So they create heavy pressure on you. Hurry. Our last chance. If we don't do it now, we'll never be able to do it again. This tactic triggers one of the most basic human fears. Fear of missing out, FOMO. In sales, only 3 left. With your partner, answer right now or I'm leaving. In business life, accept quickly or we won't get another chance. This is how we stand against it. The sentence, I need to think about this, is the most basic defense against manipulation. No matter how urgent it is, I need 10 minutes. Never forget this. Truly high-quality opportunities don't come with pressure, inconsistency and unpredictability. Keeping your mind active. A lot of people think this is just mood swings. No. In some cases, it's conscious control. One day, love, attention, warmth. The next day, coldness, contempt, ignoring you. Do you know what the manipulated person's brain does? When it's exposed to this back and forth, it produces addiction, because the good moments become a reward. The bad moments become a punishment, and you start giving away parts of yourself to win that reward. This is an emotional slot machine. Even if it looks like you win sometimes, in reality you keep losing. But because of that sometimes, you can't quit. Our counter move. I know this is a pattern of ups and downs, and I won't act according to it. Be consistent. If you're going to act like this all the time, then let's not talk. Don't look for the fault in yourself. Inconsistency is not about your value. It's their method. Emotional blackmail. Tightening a rope around your throat with love. Emotional blackmail starts with if you love me, if I matter to you. But in the end, they start controlling your life. Know these sentences. If you really loved me, you would do it. How could you do something like this to me? You can't leave me like this and go. So what? Am I the guilty one? Is it my fault this happened? The manipulation here is this. The manipulator touches your conscience and turns you against yourself. You want to create distance. They give you guilt. You want to say no. They give you the fear of abandonment. We get out of this like this. Love does not equal obedience. We must understand this. When the sentence, if you love me, comes, pause. You should say, this is my boundary. Don't explain at length. Don't justify. Feeling guilty doesn't mean you did something wrong. This is just you being triggered. Gaslighting. Stealing your reality. Gaslighting is one of the most dangerous types of manipulation, because the target is not your decisions, but completely your perception. The manipulator wants this. You don't even trust your own memory. And the moment you don't trust it, you need them. What does it look like? I never said that, but they actually did. You're exaggerating, but you're not. Your head is confused, but you're actually fine. You always misunderstand, but you understood correctly. They were the wrong one. After a while, The manipulated person starts doing this. Am I going crazy? Am I the problem? Am I making it up? That's the moment the manipulator wins. Our counter move: write it down, record it, put dates. Do this to strengthen your own mind. Outside eyes: talk to a friend you trust. Let's not drag this out. I know what I experienced. Boundary: arguing with a gaslighter through logic is often a trap. Fake social proof: the lie of everyone does it. The manipulator wears the mask of the majority. Because the human brain is afraid of being alone, it usually appears with these sentences: everyone thinks you're like this. This is totally normal. Everyone does it. No one thinks like you. Sometimes there is no everyone. Everyone is just the manipulator's imagination. Our defense: ask for real proof. Who, where, when. You should know this. Not everything popular means it's correct. You must always protect your own direction and your boundaries. Withholding information: making you solve a puzzle with missing pieces. Withholding information is the slyest way to make your decisions wrong. Because you think you made a wrong decision, but in reality, you made a decision with wrong data. With your partner, the manipulator hides their past, intentions, finances. At work, the manipulator doesn't tell critical details, then says, "Why did you do it like that?" In an argument, the manipulator hides the flaw, then blames you by saying, "But you had accepted it." Our defense: ask questions, ask detailed questions, request it in writing. Make the sentence, "I can't approve this without knowing that," a habit. Research thoroughly, from many sources. Wanting transparency is not paranoia. It's self-respect. Fear dependency: the hypnosis of, if you don't comply, it will be bad. Fear dependency: there's the manipulator, constantly controlling you with possible danger. Sometimes with open threats, sometimes with deep insinuations. If you leave me, you'll be ruined. If you don't do this, you'll face the consequences. Just wait, you'll regret it. When the brain enters fear mode, logic shuts down, and the manipulator knows this. That's why they keep you in fear, so you won't think. Our defense: measure the reality of the threat. What would really happen? Write your alternatives. Do you have options? Yes. Decisions made with fear usually end in regret. Save support: friends, family, professional help. In general, the key to escaping manipulation. Unfortunately, there is no single magical sentence against manipulation. But there are 3 basic shields. Awareness: being able to say this is a tactic. Setting boundaries: being able to say I'm not entering this. Trusting yourself: being able to say I know what I feel. And most importantly, do you know who manipulators love the most? Good-hearted, sympathetic, conscientious people. Because those people are more inclined to blame themselves.
You're not like that anymore. Now, before you hurt yourself by asking why do I feel like this, you will ask, are these my thoughts, or are they forcing me to think this way? Is my will in my hands? If you want more dark psychology content like this, you can like the video and subscribe, and I'll leave 2 other videos here that you might want to watch. See you in the next video. Stay strong. Love yourselves.